What's going on, all you cool cats and kittens? It's your boy Zuri coming back for another YouTube video. I know it's probably been 6 years since the last one, but the world's kind of ending with this pandemic, so I figured I'd put something together for you guys. Man, a lot has happened in the last 7, 8, 9 months. A lot here, and I feel like I just want to share it and get it off my chest. So let's get into it. We are in the year 2020. And as you all know, this has been a pretty crazy year. And so, things were going pretty good up until, the global pandemic, world started to end. There's murder hornets, and Africa is being plagued by locusts. New Zealand caught on fire. Sorry, Australia caught on fire. I'm just winging all this. But yeah, lots been going down. It's been affecting a lot of people. What's happened in the last 7 or 8 months before everything kind of went to crap, I had a crazy opportunity to move to California. September 2019, I quit my job at the marketing agency I was at after flying down for a business opportunity to go sell solar in California with some friends that I had met through another business opportunity a few years ago. And yeah, it was super exciting. I'm a dual citizen, so I was pretty stoked by the opportunity I've always just been looking for my shot to work down in the States. And so that was it. And I was going to do everything I could to make it happen. So I packed up everything in my car. I drove down to California from Vancouver. It actually took a day and a half. I had 2 pop tires on the way down there. I'd never changed a tire in my life, so it was quite the adventure. After changing 2 tires, getting down, settled into the place we got in Sacramento, it was pretty cool. I moved in with 3 other people, all selling solar, and we were just going to make it happen. So this was 100% commission paid job. So it's pretty much just installing residential solar systems onto people's homes. And these are higher ticket priced items, right? So you're selling anywhere from a $20,000 to $100,000 system, and you're getting paid on that. So that was the opportunity that compelled me enough to want to actually move my life in Vancouver, which was pretty sweet, to down in Cali. But it wasn't all beaches, sunshine, hanging out, and surfer dude stuff. It was literally just grinding. I spent the first 3-4 months down there really trying to get this career off the ground. I was putting in 10, sometimes 12, 13-hour days on the road, driving all over Northern California, helping people switch to renewable energy. And I really learned a lot about myself throughout this process because I had left home before. I'd moved out, but not for like an extended, I haven't indefinitely moved out. And so when I moved down to Sacramento, there was a lot of new things, such as living in the States, having my own place, new career, new friends. So yeah, there was a lot of new moving into 2020. The purpose of my trip was to, yes, 1, make money selling these high ticket items, but 2, it was really for like adventure. And so I was ready to change things up. In Vancouver, it's very familiar. It's always going to be home for me, but I really wanted to go experience something new. So I took that shot and really got to learn a new thing of in-home sales, selling homeowners. I came from back to business in the marketing industry. And so, yeah, it took a lot of getting used to, lots of growth, lots of pushing my comfort zone. And yeah, it was a really good experience for the most part, but very, very challenging, very tough. I felt multiple times of burnout. I was kind of excited to come home a few times and see friends and family. But that was what my remainder from September to December 2019 was. And then I was really pumped for the new year. First few months down there was really getting my feet wet in the industry. I had to go door knocking to get my first 5 sales, which was so tough. It took me like a month, or maybe like a month and a week. And door knocking is brutal. If you know anyone who's a door knocker, I got instant respect for them. Not the kind of business I want to do long term, but if you can sell door to door, you can sell anything. So mad respect for you knockers. But after that, the company, once you get your first 5 sales, you get your feet wet, they'll start putting leads on your calendar all throughout Northern California so that all you have to do is drive sometimes like 3 hours one way. So I drive from Sacramento to the Bay Area, like San Francisco, and then I have to drive back. And so I might get 2 or 3 meetings in a day. So these meetings are like 2 hours, very long. sales process, and they either got it or they didn't, and I'd have to drive on to the next meeting and then come home. So sometimes I'd leave the house at like 7:30, and then I get back at like 8:30, 9:30 at night. So lots of long days. And then my goal was to get down to the beach. So Sacramento, there's no beaches in California around there. You're very inland, you're very central. And so my whole goal of the remainder of 2019 was to grind so that I could get a place and move down in San Diego. So I'd finally been saving up money. I've been like making moves, trying to make that happen. And I finally got my shot in February where a place opened up. I had a friend from Vancouver, shout out Steven. We were gonna get a place in San Diego, this beautiful mansion. And I moved down there for like the first or second week of March. So after 5-6 months of building, saving, finally getting a cool place, 5 minutes from the beach, within 7 days of me moving in there, I got a new bed, the pandemic happens. And so my thought process was, okay, I can isolate, I can quarantine, I can work from home, and isolate in this beautiful house in San Diego, or I can fly back up to Vancouver and spend time with my family and do my self-isolation there. The way things are, I thought I was gonna be home for a couple of weeks. Now I'm up here for an indefinite amount of time. I don't know if I'm gonna be going back to California, so my schedule has just been working. I got my bed here, I got my desk here, sleep, grind, skateboard, workout. That's literally been the routine during this quarantine. There's lots of exciting things going on. I was selling solar for the first couple weeks while I was up here. I've had a couple new opportunities come my way that I've really shifted my attention on. The last 3 weeks has been a grind, but it's now starting to pay off. But now that all that's happening, I'm really, really looking forward to this next year. I feel like in California, it was a cool adventure. I got to, travel on my own. I got to be on my own, see what that was like, and I got to experience new things. But there's something about being like in alignment, and I felt like I just wasn't quite there. And so in terms of going back, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Just with what I have planned for the summer and what the remainder of 2020 looks like. Regardless of the current, economic and global situation, I'm really optimistic for the future. I'm really excited for the remainder of the year, just with what's going on. I hope everybody watching this, you found some sort of way to, some sort of outlet, some sort of habit that you could gain, some sort of like introspection or reflection that you could use this time if you are self-isolating, to really, focus on, who you are and what it is that you want. I've been doing like a lot of that, and it's hard kind of like establishing and creating the vision of what the next part looks like, what these next 3, 4, 5 years are going to look like. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Get creative with how you're using your time during this, weird time we're living in. If you've wanted to make a YouTube video for a long time, but haven't because of busy and procrastination and yada, 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 just do it. It does feel good to be creating a video again. I don't know how much value anybody's gonna get from this particular one. This was more so just to get me in the habit of doing something that I've been procrastinating. So if there's something you're procrastinating during this quarantine, I encourage you to do it. And if you do it, I wanna hear about it. But comment below what it is you're gonna do, and I'm gonna reply, and then comment below after you've done the thing. And I wanna know how it feels. Because right now, this feels good, me creating something. Because I've been all business, all sales, all focus, and growth. And so this is something that is like an outlet for me. So I wanna know what that is for you. Post it in the comments. Look forward to seeing that. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.